Hi Sanjay, welcome to Audience Matters.
Hi, Aarti.
Um,
Good to be here.
Great. NDTV Convergence. It's a fairly new word for any NDTV visitor browser who's been coming to ndtv.com. We've been more familiar with the word ndtv.com, and suddenly when we go to ndtv.com we get a whole URL which says ndtv.com/convergence/default something whatever. So what is NDTV Convergence, and what really led to this whole transition from ndtv.com to NDTV Convergence? We'd like to know.
NDTV Convergence actually is the nodal company of the new media rights for the NDTV group per se, and it has been formed under NDTV Networks PLC, which is a fully owned subsidiary of NDTV group listed out of United Kingdom. The mandate of the company is actually to look at all new media properties of the group and harness it in the converging environment. And by that what I mean is that increasingly we are noticing that the environment is now converging and the consumption of content is becoming device agnostic. To put it simply, the consumer is on the move, and wherever he is now looking to consume content. That is why the challenge for the content creators is now to produce content which is across platforms and for multiple devices.
Sanjay, you're saying all new media properties. Which all properties are you really talking about?
The new media properties of the group would primarily be the internet domain, the mobile domain, and the IPTV, and anything else in the Web 2.0 environment. So anything but the core property, which is television.
So are we going to see more portals like ndtv.com coming up, or are there already some in the pipeline?
Yes, we are looking at launching a slew of portals, and we are very keen to exploit this emerging opportunity. Not only will NDTV Convergence be actually launching a whole lot of new portals in various domains, but we'll be also looking at harnessing this content across platforms. So the content will be harnessed not only for the internet but also for the mobile space also.
And you'll be looking after this entire function single-handedly. You've joined the company 3 months back, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, I've joined 3 months back, and it's a nice feeling to be sort of spearheading this resurgence of NDTV in the new media environment.
But how was ndtv.com doing otherwise?
I think NDTV, when I joined NDTV.com, it was quite a robust site even then. It was the 5th most largest visited news website. It even now currently has a unique visitor base of over 2.1 million people per month.
Yeah.
It has page views in excess of around 200 million page views per month. So it's a pretty robust site. Now the attempt is to scale it up further and to look at content harnessing and repurposing in a multi-device environment, and that is why we are looking. That is why, to go back to your initial question, the company has been named NDTV Convergence Limited, because it's truly in the convergent environment where everything is now converging.
So how big is this new company?
Currently we are around 30-35 people, but I'm very keen to scale it up, and I've actually put in an action plan to scale it up very fast, and we should be by the end of this financial year around 100 people. So we are getting in lots of vertical heads and opening up lots of new streams, including getting into the vernacular play.
But why did the top management of NDTV particularly choose this year to sort of make this transition?
I think initially when NDTV.com was launched, it was launched with an objective to sort of drive interactivity to the television play. And I think they were playing the waiting game. They were waiting for the environment to sort of ripen. And I think now we are witnessing, we are on the threshold of that tipping point. And I think it's perhaps the right time to sort of seize the opportunity and look at the new media in a more sort of close manner. And that is why I think the senior management at the group level have felt that they need to actually address this opportunity, in a more significant way.
And what about revenue-wise? How was NDTV doing? NDTV.com particularly?
NDTV.com, has been doing pretty well, though the top line is not very huge, but it is for the last 2 years been a profit-making, division of the group, and now this division having sort of being spawned into a full-fledged company, its mandate and brief is much larger. So we should hopefully be looking at doubling of our revenues year on year for the next 3 to 4 years.
We've always been in the impression that NDTV.com has been largely visited by NRIs. Is the trend changing somewhere?
Yes, the trend is changing, and we are witnessing that the Indian audiences are growing. Having said that, even now, as I speak to you, our current visitor base in terms of percentage-wise from the US and Canada and basically the diaspora audience is about 60%. The challenge is to grow the Indian audience, and that is what we will be planning to do, and we are planning to do it in multiple ways by looking at launching NDTVindia.com, which is the Hindi website for.
Really? When do you plan to do that?
It should be launched hopefully in the next 6 months.
All right.
Yeah. Plans are afoot, and we've currently zeroed down on the editorial team, the web editorial team for this, and are very, very actively pushing it to the top level in terms of our prioritization.